Lucky me, I woke to another morning in paradise. Already have had my coffee. Maybe you can tell by the speed of my voice. Swapping from my house boot to my outdoor boot. I'm starting to get serious about this broken foot because it's starting to really hurt. I also now have a crutch. So I'm trying to not put weight on it at any moment. But it's time to head down to the garden and water it. It's going to be another hot one. God, I hope this isn't the beginning of a relentless global warming. I've closed up the house for the most part, and I'm not doing any work apart from harvesting what I need to this morning because my hands are all jacked up. I'm older, so I have arthritis that hurts like the devil all over the place. But look what I finished. So I've been doing entirely too much physical labor. Then I'll show you. So this is actually the second set of stairs that I did. And I don't mind that it's imperfect. Now that I've been working with a little bit, I understand. I did get some galvanized nails so they won't rust. I see that this has a bigger gap, but actually it's a good thing because water will get in and the wood is less likely to rot. And I can't help it that the wood seems to come in all different sizes no matter what you order, although perhaps some of it was order error or chooser error. Also, the nails, I used to look at things and think, why don't people just do it straight? Or why don't they have 2 here and 3 here? Why isn't it consistent? And it's because there are knots in the woods and other vulnerabilities that it's better to work around if you want something stable. So those are my excuses for a jacked up job. I've been doing this. This is freaking scary. Filling in holes, big ones that the woodpeckers have pecked after the carpenter bees have got in. Check this out, all these dead carpenter bees in this trap. They're actually attracting more. Let me see if I can hone that in. No, yeah, okay. Those are dead bees, and I'm leaving them there because the smell attracts other bees to go in. But I need them to die because they destroy my cabin. They bore holes in it all over the place. See those yellow marks? I'm always cleaning them up. They seriously do a couple holes a day. And I just ordered some more sealant, so I'll seal it again, but you can see that there's another one. Blech. They're hard to scrub off too. But there's no sense plugging up the holes because they'll dig through to the other side, and then they'll just drill another hole. The only solution is to kill them. Okay, on a lighter subject, I still have to change all the, well, I've got to replace 5 window panes because they're cloudy, but it's going to be too hot. I think I'm just going to harvest what I need to harvest, my salad for the day, water the garden, and maybe go to the river. I'm reading a couple good books on sanctuary and asylum because I'm writing an article for the local refugee resettlement agency newsletter. Why isn't this in focus, I wonder? Oh, because it's so far out. Hold up. No, I'm gonna have to. I'm writing this article on the role of churches in the refugee resettling process, or basically even more historically in the sanctuary movement. And it's because the local resettlement agency is run by a church organization, Church World Services. So I'm reading a couple books. One is really good, Sanctuary and Asylum, I think it's called, by Linda Rabin, and it covers the history of, it's an anthropological perspective, really. And the other one is written by, it is a contemporary pastor. It's a little self-righteous and overbearing on the pro-life issue, which has nothing to do at all with the subject. Oh, I know what I want to show you in here that's so cool. Hold up. This is also cabbage. This is cabbage. I was correct in that. I've been using my plant net. That helps a good deal. But I couldn't figure what this was. I forgot what kale looked like, but it didn't seem like it would be that thick. And I don't know what happened to the kale. A lot of things haven't come up. I just planted these a couple days ago, and I'm not sure I wrote it down on my list. I used the plant net app, and it says, these are called Honesty. So I could probably use a little bit of that. A deer has come into the garden. Is that a deer? Yeah, for sure. But I don't see, should have said, oh my, look at the birds. They're hovering over something dead. I've seen a lot of bee activity and butterfly activity to pollinate these wonderful squash blossoms. So far, I only see one fruit. I think that's going to be an acorn squash. I've got to keep my eye on it because sometimes when they're lying on the ground, they get all rotted and slugs and horrible things get to them. But I'll keep my eye on it. Okay, I've got to jump on the tractor and mow down along the driveway under the fence, or along as close to the fence as I can get. The reason is two reasons. One is it looks like nobody lives here because it's been so long since I mowed. And the other is that if you don't take care of the fence, it rots. As I've shown you the beautiful Indian paintbrush on the fence. And you can see I've got a lot of fence to replace. And I want to replace this part to discourage the deer. But look, I don't know, my advice, I suppose, to millennials or young people, I love this sanctuary. It's a wonderful place to be, but it is very demanding. I would say just get an apartment.